Well, good evening. Glad you could join us on the Weather Network. We're going to be joined now by the night sky guy, Andrew Fazikis. And Andrew has not been with us for the last couple of weeks, but he's had a very good reason. Andrew, welcome to the program. And what's kept you away the last couple of weeks?
Hi, Chris. Yeah, well, I've been busy. I've got a brand new daughter, my second one, born April 24th, and she was 6 pounds, 5 ounces. And her name's Kathleen. And the doctors, get this, nice little story. This is my second daughter that did this. She was born looking up towards the sky, and doctors call that stargazing babies.
You're kidding. Well, the apple don't fall far from the tree, obviously. Congratulations, Andrew. And,
thank you.
Welcome back to the program, and, of course, more importantly, welcoming the new addition to your family. So, Andrew, let's talk about a couple of things here. Mercury, apparently, is going to be within sight.
Yeah,
okay.
This is it's within grasp of everyone, and you don't need telescopes or binoculars, but you got to be quick. This is over the course of the next week, so whenever you've got clear skies just after sunset, that's what, and you have to have clear skies towards the western horizon, low western horizon, for about a 50-minute window of opportunity after sunset.
Okay.
You can see this faint star with the naked eye. It'll be pretty much the only star there right above where the sun has set. That's planet Mercury. It's about 80 million kilometers away from us. And then joining it, it's going to be sandwiched between two very interesting objects. The one on the left is called Aldebaran. It's an orange-colored red giant star sitting about 70 light years away. It'll be very evident. And then to the right of it is a tiny little patch of 7 stars that make up the Pleiades star cluster. And this is your last chance to see this little cluster because it's usually a fall-winter object. So take a look at it over the course of the next week.
And since Pluto got demoted, Mercury is now the smallest planet, correct?
That's right. It's the smallest planet. And if you have a telescope, you can actually see it looking like a crescent, a little miniature version of the crescent moon. And it looks very, very impressive, even through the smallest of telescopes.
Just on the top of your head, Andrew, do you know how many times bigger is Earth than Mercury? Do you know that by chance?
Well, I mean, we're talking Mercury is on the order of similar in size to our moon. So we're talking about 7 times bigger, approximately.
All right. So it's just a little fella. All right,
exactly.
Now let me go for space news here, and the story here is about the space junk that's flying around. And in fact, there's even been an international conference going on discussing this subject in Montreal this week.
That's right. There's an international conference on space debris being held actually today and tomorrow as well. And this is a bunch of experts from all over the world talking about how to mitigate potential satellite collisions and how to deal with space junk. Right now, we're tracking about 19,000 objects the size of just a few inches across and more. And they think there's actually over 300,000 objects. Can you believe it? That's just peppering the sky. It looks like a swarm of bees around our Earth. Just last February 10th, we had 2 satellites collide above Siberia. And you can see this chart here, computer simulation, showing this shroud of shrapnel, basically, that was formed and has endangered things like the Hubble Space Telescope and the space station. So this is pretty important because these things are just whirling around anywhere from 200 kilometers to 800 kilometers above the Earth, and we need to find ways of mitigating the collisions.
Well, I should think so. Now, is there much threat of this debris hitting us on Earth?
Well, not the small stuff. Things that are just a few inches across, things that are the size of a hammer or a screwdriver, but things that are the size of a school bus, they do sometimes land. And these are like rocket boosters and 1-ton large satellites. So those things have to, we have to be careful, but it's the astronauts who are doing spacewalks, like with the upcoming Hubble Space Telescope repair coming next week. These astronauts have to take care not to get hit by even the smallest thumbnail-sized piece of shrapnel.
Well, that's a good point. Andrew, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations again on the arrival of little Kathleen. And I just want to also give you, our viewers now, a look at overnight conditions to see what you can expect. And don't forget, thenightskyguy.com is where you can find out more details from Andrew. So if you're looking for Mercury, you want clear skies, and look at that west skies Andrew was mentioning. All right, we'll be back in a moment. We're tracking some storms across